right. Here's a very interesting one. I am not the type of person who believes things at first glance. And I had heard of this story over and over and over again, and it has come up multiple times in the news. I mean, you hear about things and you don't really think much of them because they sound too fantastical, but all of a sudden in everybody's psyche, everybody's like, oh yeah, that thing happened. Did you hear that an elephant killed a woman and then went to her funeral and stomped on her corpse? Just the same elephant. When you hear stuff like that, you think, okay, maybe it's something an elephant could do, and then you don't think anything of it. Here's the problem. I have looked it up to try to see with my own eyes, and it's not just speculation. There are multiple news agencies that have reported on this. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean everything. A lot of these are people say, like the sources come from they don't know if it's the same elephant. So let's read this. This is very interesting. Elephant kills woman, then returns to funeral and tramples corpse. An elephant that killed a woman in India returned to her funeral and trampled on her corpse, local police say. So, local police were the ones who said it wasn't just some random person. 7-year-old woman, Maya Murmu, was attacked by a wild elephant as she walked to collect water in Odisha's Mayurbhanj district, Indian news outlet The Print reported. The elephant had strayed from the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, which lies about 10 miles from the city of Jamshedpur. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. After the elephant attacked Murmu, she was rushed to the hospital, but she succumbed to her injuries. Lopamurdru Nayak, an inspector at the Razgovindpur police station, told The Print. Later, as the family members gathered to perform a funeral for Murmu, the wild tusker appeared once again. It approached the pyre and grabbed the body, The Print reported. The elephant then trampled on her body again and threw it away before fleeing. The funeral was completed a few hours later. What? It's even crazier than the original telling of it. I just heard that they came and just stomped it. It depends on which article you read. I read one from CNN that said that it just grabbed her body and threw it. It didn't say anything about trampling the body again. So it was on a burn pile, basically a pyre. Is that what that is? They burned the body? I think that's what it is. Isn't that what they do in India? And then, don't they throw the body in the river Ganges afterwards? I think. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's at least what I have heard, is that they burn the body and then throw the remains in the river Ganges. That could be wrong. But, so, this elephant, for whatever reason, killed this woman. Did she do something to the elephant? Did the elephant have a vendetta against her? There's the saying that elephants never forget. What happened here that made this elephant so pissed off that it decided to go and stomp on this woman? Not only that, but find her funeral and stomp on her again and then throw her. But they don't say if it's the same elephant. They just said that the elephant returned. So I guess it just says the wild tusker appeared once again. So are they insinuating that is the same elephant? I mean, I don't know. I think maybe was it in the same? If it's a 7-year-old woman, and she was getting water, it probably means that she was in a small village type situation, and the funeral was probably very close to where she lived, because she probably that's okay, that makes sense. So it was just hanging around and all of a sudden it came back. I'm assuming that's what it means. The lawyer and the founder of the conservation charity Save the Asian Elephants told Newsweek that this incident is a reminder that although gentle creatures, elephants can be dangerous and deadly. Yeah, I've seen the videos of what elephants do on a rampage, and it is not a cool thing. They are giants. I love them. I love animals in general, but they scare me a little bit. However, McNair said the incidents rarely happen without the elephant having been provoked in some way. These endangered elephants can be deadly dangerous, particularly when provoked or abused. He said the Asian elephants are particularly subject to torture and stabbing for easy use in the tourism industry. But this one came from a reservation, a wildlife sanctuary. So are they letting people use them for tourist means in wildlife sanctuaries? Is that what he's insinuating? Man, my hairline is destroyed. Ugh. Well, that's the only... I mean, he's basically either saying that this was an animal that they claim came from a sanctuary and that they used the sanctuary for tourist means, or that it had a beef with Maya. I'm going to say Maya. What do you think she did? What did this woman do to piss off this elephant so much that it would stomp on her body after she was already dead and he had already stomped on her body to kill her? That's crazy. He said Asian elephants are particularly so. Elephants are generally benign and passive. They don't rush out of nowhere to attack people that pose no threat to their safety or babies or to anything like that, he said. The incident is surprising because it shows no provocation of the elephant. McNair said the elephant coming back and handling the body during the body. Come on, MSN. McNair said the elephant coming back and handling the body during the body could be down to their extraordinary cognitive abilities. Handling the body during the body. Whatever that means. So what? He just was pissed off at this old lady for walking, killed her, and then said, you know what? I'm going to show these people a thing or two. It's just possible that if the elephant was in proximity still at the time of the funeral, and that's not clear, that it will have recognized the remains, and it may have seen or smelled that, and it may have associated one with some catastrophe to it or its herd. That is quite possible. So I wonder if maybe she was pissing this elephant off. She was poking it with a spear. She was part of the tourism industry, and it was like, it sees her alone in the woods. It gets out. It goes, come here. Come here. I mean, what else would it be? The way they're portraying this is that elephants only attack when provoked and remember who provoked them and will go after that specific person. And not only did it kill this woman, but it went back and destroyed her body after she was already dead sometime later. So what are you insinuating, sir? That's the only thing I can think of, to be quite honest. Humans and elephants rise across the world because the loss of animals have... Okay, yeah. In May, an Indian farmer was trampled to death by a wild elephant. The elephant and his herd had wandered onto farmlands. The herd of 11 elephants strayed into the field near a village of Andhra Pradesh's Chittor district during the night. The man who was attacked had been guarding the field. The farmer died instantly from being trampled. Okay, so maybe there's a war going on with elephants in this area. These elephants know fragmented habitats can cause crop raiding instances where an elephant stray on the farmlands in search of food and water, running into crops as they do so. And then it says that 60 elephants were found dead, poisoned by farmers across parts of India and Sumatra in 2001. So yeah, it seems to me that maybe these elephants are getting just tired of people and like, we want our land back, and maybe they're starting a war. It won't be the Great Emu War. Now you'll have something that actually fights back and will trample you after it already killed you. Not a war I want to fight.